Welcome to your new moon reading. I'm going to pull a card for each sign. Hopefully it won't be too crazy. I'm not going to try to go too fast either. However, it's a new segment. I wanted to get this out prior, but I didn't because I was in the field. So hopefully I'm just going to say this is the moon reading in between the moons, from the new moon to the full moon, because the full moon is going to be wrapping up some major themes in each of our lives. So I thought I would intuitively get into it while also addressing each house Cancer will be in depending on your rising sign. First sign I'm going to do is Cancer, then I'll go back through Aries and through the signs that way. If you're new here, thank you for being here. I do intuitive tarot readings every month for each astrology sign. However, I am an astrologer as well. I will be putting out my services on my Instagram, which will be in a link below. My link tree is also there, as well as all the links for everything. I just did a new podcast, Cancer Season, talking about the body parts associated and how that relates metaphysically and directly into my life personally, but also how that could connect to yours as well. So that's a new segment that I put out that will be going into each month. Cancer, it's your moon, and a part of what we went into and a part of what I'll talk about generally here is that Cancer is ruled by the moon. Cancer also rules over the stomach and the breasts. The moon is the stomach, breast, and digestion, and the breast, I would also say chest as well. Those are all the traditional aspects. There's more, but that's as far as we're going to go tonight. And this is you. Because this is such a big moon cycle, you're digesting a lot. It could be multidimensional, but it appears more emotional. The emotional is the multidimensional. It helps connect the physical to the mental, to the energetic, and so on. It really is, to me, the bridge. So that's why I think Cancer season is always, always important, and it's also the mother as well, and this energy has been very dense. It's cardinal water. It wants to direct. So your emotions are more than ever directing perhaps your body's experience. So if you're aware of your body and are attuned to it and listen to it and have a relationship with it, I highly suggest you start, if you don't, literally talking to, even as far as talking to the body directly, like digest well and so on and so forth, which we can definitely get more in depth in. So wherever Cancer falls in your houses in your chart, well, that's where it'll be affected. However, it's subtle depending on your degrees for the moon. But this moon is definitely more potent in between this one and the next one. So we're going to talk about the energies midway through the eclipses. I just want to be out here talking about astrology more with whomever wants to receive. So Fool card out for Cancer in the first house, rising, your rising sign, for those of you out there. Could be for Cancer suns as well, but I'm just going to focus on the rising. If the sun or moon come up specifically, I will address that. But if you do just relate to that, it makes sense. The Fool is saying, and I'm going to put the card back in for each sign, but the Fool is saying that, yes, he's a risk taker, but I learned something new about the Fool as well. Yes, he's a risk taker. There's bravery. There's courage. It takes courage to be brave. It takes willingness to think you can do something before you do it, have done it before in order to do it, to try, which is very Cancer. It's intuitive. That's what I didn't how is that not something I touched on? Because I touched on the body parts, and that is the intuition. Highly intuitive, ruled by the moon, your own pace, your own beat, your own drum. It's being enhanced, and the energy is becoming way more available to you now if you want to take the ride, if you want to take an adventure, if you have the courage to move on something new. As it's talked about, this is a reset. The lunar cycle is resetting. Your identity could be changing, but you've known that. You've felt it, and now it's here, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what it is. And now it's here. It's about you. definitely check where Aries is. Aries and Libra are in the eclipse axis, but this is about you taking control back in some type of way, but it's also very Cancer season where you know you don't have all the control. What I learned is that, yes, he could jump, but you don't know how high that cliff is. It could just be, I had this envision of the fool jumping out, and then all of a sudden it's this production crew, and you zoom out and it's just one step, right? As opposed to the big leap or anywhere in between. Because you, as you know, and as we all know, when you really do think about that great step that you're taking, to another person, it could just be a small step. Whatever step you're taking could feel big, it could feel dramatic, it can appear that way. But in the reality, it could just be a step. And that's what's important. And I think that's really cool. So we'll stop there. Aries, 4th house. Aries risings, 4th house, Cancer. Complete opposite. The 10 of Swords. Whatever's going on mentally, whatever and however in which way you've been thinking about something specific, especially to do with the 4th house, which is siblings, it's communication. If you wanted to adjust things, or if something emotionally is causing, not just making, but causing you to change, but then it also, you could be finding that with people in your life. The way you look at your foundation is changing. There's something, and probably also because of the eclipses, this is the subconscious coming full circle in this area of your life. This is you waking up to the realization that maybe for 10 years, 10 months, at some point, you were going along with something, and now in those areas of your life, especially also the home, maybe wanting to redo the home or rethink about the home or what the home is for you, what it was and what you want it to be, is now more of a thought. It's more of a concept. It's more of something. Too many cards fell. I just want one card for each. So that's changing within you, and it feels heavy. Again, all of this is multidimensional for each sign. It feels heavy, and it is. However, this power that you put into that, whatever you're holding on, you are going to be given the room to roam and bring that forward and release and set fire to anything that isn't coming with you in a way that is healing. Okay, Taurus, 3rd house. Communication, day-to-day, rituals, siblings, extended fam, and more. It is the Gemini house. For Taurus risings. So just have the 3 cards. Oh, well, we got 2. 3. We got 3. We're just going to use them. I said it's fine. High Priestess, King of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. You are letting up on something that has been in the subconscious or has been trying to connect with you. It could be even someone who has said this before, and now when you've heard it before, but when you need to hear it, you hear it in a different way, and it finally hits and it finally connects with you. Well, it is, and you needed to hear it. Sorry, it was just like this. And you needed to hear it this way because it's challenging your foundation of value. But intuitively, you're being guided through yourself, through your discipline with yourself. You've come to realize that you've heard this before. This is not something you didn't know about yourself. You just thought you didn't have to perhaps move in any type of way. But this month is telling you do have to move, or else you're going to be stuck. Just because you're disciplined on wanting to do it doesn't mean, look at this. Doesn't mean that you will, but I think you will. And I think that maybe also communicating, it's about perhaps communicating to these people in your life some things that maybe you haven't before, because what's actually stopping you, sorry, my nose is just a little itchy. What's actually stopping you is that when you're not communicating with others, perhaps, that you deeply care about, then it creates something other kind of energy, this narrative and this whole unnecessary moment to happen. So very specific, but for those of you who need to have conversations, it will help you move forward. That's what I should say. Those emotions will help you move forward, because you may find the answer you need, whether they're supportive or not, or willing to be, right? There's all of that is needed to be in play. Gemini, second house, assets, resources, talents. Cancer in the Gemini. Yeah, Cancer in the second house. What am I talking about? Gemini rising. This shit confuses me sometimes. Gemini rising, Cancer in the second house. Oh, baby, you're taking back control and you're letting people hear about it. You're getting lucky, feeling lucky, secure, responsible, sharing. And all I'm going to say is you just need to continue this. You know, every sign can get in a mood where they're ready. They're ready to take charge. They're ready for this energy. They're ready. And then all of a sudden shit starts to happen, the past programmings, and then all of a sudden it fizzles out, or you have to be reminded again. We're always being reminded. This is reminding you that you have the power. It's within your emotions, and it's with your ability to transmute them and communicate them thoroughly, and also take ownership. There's somewhere in your life where you really need to take ownership. It's affecting your money. It's affecting how you're moving about your life, but Cancer season is here to replenish that. I haven't done your reading yet. I'm really excited. So something about replenishing that, because you're replenishing your faith in yourself and the power in yourself, that faith can actually move forward. That luck is actually spinning. That there are these moments too. And you just have to allow the best that you can. All right, Gemini. Leo, 12th house. 12th house, Leo. This is our subconscious, your hidden life, your loss. This is sorrow. Oh, how appropriate. Look at the cup sucking up. Leo, pay attention to yourself as you leave and move forward. I know that sometimes you have this ability to kind of, it seems like you're in the moment while something is changing, while a big thing is happening, very emotional thing is happening, but you think sometimes, what I've realized about Leo risings especially, but Leos too, because you're the fixed fire and you like to somewhat control the environment, like be in some kind of control on the environment, being that you're the control, that you are you and everyone is flitting around you. You're the sun in the room regardless of where you are. And you know it. But you can't control the mood. That's a very water sign thing to do. And you can't control your mood. And I wouldn't. This season wants to take you and offer you something better, and it's emotional, and it'll feel really like this Eight of Cups where he looks behind. I almost like want to have like these cards in holographic where you can see kind of movement, like a boomerang, where you can like see him, like, I can't believe it's like you look back on the plane when you're leaving a loved one, when you're leaving something so heavy, so real, so dense, so revealing. And I think the best thing you could do is take the move. I think it's going to shift your life in a way that even Leos need help in sometimes, and allowing that direction and allowing someone to care for you, not just in the way that you think you need, but in the way you actually need, because they see your heart. Because when you're with people and they know you, they see your heart. So let yourself be taken care of by this month, by not trying, like, allowing to let go into the mood of the day. Like, maybe you don't plan too much around this because you know that there's something, and you could feel it coming. You could feel it coming in your season, because there's a sense of strength and power and glow about you coming. So, and it's never not with you, Leo. That's not what I'm saying ever. This moment, you just need this moment. Give yourself the moment to decompress and to be given the opportunity to leave and take it. It's probably a good thing. And let's just leave behind emotionally. Like, give yourself permission. For those of you that it's like not something physical or someone physical, or just give yourself permission to like let go emotionally. Even if it takes a few times, like find space for that. Virgo, 11th house, community, friends, good fortune. Groups of people, community. You are seeing in your life how your insecurity of how much is given and how much is being received and how much and not knowing how much you're given, not knowing how much like learning boundaries and being uncomfortable in and experiencing, like also recognizing where you feel bad and where you overgive because you feel bad and not realizing how much that's hurting you and maybe hurting your heart. So you are confidently going to move forward from these insecurities. What does this have to do with community, good fortune? I don't know. Friends. You may feel this way around friends, some people in your life. And the true testament to a friendship is that if you decide to change or, add value to yourself or discover something, you notice how they respond. You notice what happens after and how it plays out. And this season, you're maybe giving yourself a chance to do so because you've seen it and you've been needing to address it, and it's actually been kind of gnawing at you because when things come up in conversation, it's like you can't fully express yourself. So you find yourself only doing that in a certain way that you have been, but now you want to feel connected. And I think you should feel connected, Virgo. I think that's a beautiful thing. And once you feel it and see where it came from and see the hurt and the pain that came from it, or came from whatever has caused that, and not that you need to know the full thing, but if you do figure that out through this journey, the confidence that you have, that you've been wanting to be instilled in you for a long time, has been there, but this time it remains solid and sturdy. That is a part of the direction that you will be going and needing to listen to. So that's for you, Virgo. And your friends and the people that support you, the Six of Wands, you'll see the people coming with you. They'll be with you. Don't worry. That's why I didn't need to say it. But I think that's what you're sometimes really scared of. But no need. Libra rising. 10th house, career, public roles. Hey, take your ideas elsewhere. Bottom of the deck. Not to be so bold, but what's been going on, and even if a few swords drop on your way, you can't take everything with you anyway, and you don't want to. Some of that's tainted, some of it needs refreshing, refurbishing. These ideas are and have come from you in a place where you're at a certain place with yourself. So as you go through the process and as you turn your head forward again, when you run bases, anyone tell you never to look back? If you haven't played baseball or softball, that's what they say. It's fucking true. You look back, you could trip. You don't know where you're going. It's like driving. You have to be able to multitask. Wherever you were, your thoughts weren't safe. Wherever you were, it wasn't the standard of who you are. And you see that now. His hat and socks are red. The root. Take your roots. I know it hurts to dig yourself up and take them, but the experience that you feel from here to there makes you drop a few things that you realize came from a place that you don't really want to go back to right now. And it's not that you're not wanting to go back to it because you can't or don't have the wherewithal. No, you just don't feel like challenging yourself to be more hurt. Just think about it. Your view, the way you're seen, will be changed. What you decide to do will change, but that's a part of the process. And the way that you're seen will be changed, as also the 10th house is being seen. So having Cancer there is probably why it's been hard to leave, if it has been, or why you're looking back, or why reflection is helping you move forward, and why then it will stop too is because you care so much. You care more maybe than anyone else did, perhaps. Just a thought. But this energy you're taking somewhere else, and it's learning to sever that energy and be at peace within. That's I'm excited for you, because then you get to care for something that actually there's maybe more reciprocation or more evolution or continue on, right? There's more beyond what was trying to keep you somewhere you were never meant to be in, would teleport if you had to. Scorpio, 9th house, travel, philosophy, education, publishing, astrology, philosophy, religion, blah, blah, blah. I said philosophy twice. Scorpio risings. Some things that you believe in aren't as fixed as you thought, but the strength that you have and the compassion that you are finding throughout this time in your life is causing you to shape your life differently. It's causing this transmutation, frequency, this change. For some of you next month too, if you want to travel mentally, emotionally, physically, all of the things, learn something new, do it. If you have the time, the wherewithal, and the resources or the chance, it will be lucky for you, even if you don't have all of that. It's just a good time, because there's a safety that you feel in exploring your mind at this time, the safety in your body, this experience in your body, that where you need that whatever you've been working through, you are in good terms within yourself, if you have been. And so I would definitely recommend that planning something for yourself could be a great focus this month, or doing something, planning certain things, planning to do something, educate yourself, shift some things. It could feel really good, even if it's nothing long term, because it's adding value to you in your life in this way. And if you're feeling stuck, that's important for you. Create new challenges for your mind to connect to emotionally. Learn continuously emotionally developing for you is really, really important. And trusting your process, trusting your path, trusting the power behind it, trusting people. I know you know, Sagittarius. 8th house, death, mental, dental, health, other people's resources, how you make your monies. Could be changing. Sag risings, that could be changing this month. It could be because of some kind of health issue. It could be because you get a job offering from a Virgo. It could be that you get a job offering and you from what you think is very insightful. You find insight to what you're getting, a lot of insight this month on why you commit to what you commit to, what commitments are to you, what you engage with, how that affects your mental health. There's also this deepening. You would think this was for the sun, that's so funny. This deepening with what you may be digesting as well, is opening to sharing your emotions, giving, receiving, all of that. You're giving yourself the ability to see yourself deeply and committing to being with that insight, to letting things unfold, to seeing the light even if it feels hard, to seeing what you've learned and realizing that the exchange for you needs to be equal. And that exchange can allow for more to come. And what you've decided on, just, in contracts, just look very closely in any contracts. Just like be very, very, look very, very closely. And by contracts, I don't just mean the money ones, if that's what comes up to you, go check on that. I mean, any emotional contracts with people. Take that any which way. Mental. Who are you thinking about? Who's thinking about you? Like, what is this thing going on? Think about it. Capricorn, 7th house. Committed partnerships, the father to the mother. Trust, emotional stability, trust. Look he was just hanging out, but now he's coming over to hang out with you. So funny because my Capricorn brother is like deathly, well, not deathly, but that's me being dramatic, is allergic to cats, and my one that's not, because I have a Siamese and they say they're hypoallergenic. Let me know if that's not true. If you know more than me, but this one loves him, and he, every time he comes over, I've heard that it's known that Capricorns they definitely attract cats' psychic abilities, right? And here you are. So a deepening with your emotional well-being. That means a deepening with yourself. How you nurture, what femininity means to you, how you express, how you hold that with yourself, how you nurture, how you care, how you trust, who you trust, the commitments that you made, the commitments that you're continuing to make, and they are going to show up more in your life, and you'll think about them more in your life, and you'll see the distance between you and others, and you'll also see on the other end the closeness between you and others, and that's okay. You have a deepening in your love in your life, a deepening in trust and love, accountability, loyalty, all of those things with if you are partnered. And if you're not, you may meet someone who you really emotionally connect with, Capricorn. So exciting. Aquarius, work, health, pets, 6th house. Aquarius rising. Hi, sweetie. He's like, I'm an Aquarius. You're just so intuitive. Huh. Yeah, I have the air conditioner. That's why I'm on these. I don't know if I told you before, but I hope you can hear. My air conditioner is unfortunately one of the loud ones. So, all right. Your message is specific. Hoo-hoo. Oh, here you are. This also came out. I just had to put these down. Well, this is why. Here you are seeing yourself so clearly. And quickly you just want to get to know yourself. Quickly things change. You feel the change happening. You are now processing something that's mentally been on your mind for a while, emotionally. And it looks like it's happening very quickly, and it's probably because there is something wanting to come and make its way into your life at this time. And if that's what caring for yourself looks like at this time, do it. But if you don't want to make any rash decisions, the energy is very supportive. Just be very patient with yourself, kind to yourself, trust your intuition. If you don't know what that looks like, then there probably is an emotional block happening right now. Also stretching out your calves more, releasing in that area, checking on the liver and the heart as well, taking care of yourself, like this one is going nuts over here. He's just always hungry. All right, Pisces, 5th house, creativity, children, romance, energy, pleasure. In the direction that's going in. He just got into the ashes. Yeah? What are you trying to tell us? That's never happened, as far as I know. And I do know because I probably would have had to clean it. But, okay. Let's talk about that, Pisces, for a second. You may be finding out at this time that or someone isn't taking you seriously. Someone's not taking you seriously in the amount of patience and time that you may need, or the timing isn't right. The person may not be able to give you more than what it is that you have right now. You also feel like you're due for some pleasure. If you do have moments of pleasure, it's okay this month to extend them without losing focus on yourself. If it's okay to want to pleasure others as well, but this month is really about getting in and caring for yourself so that it helps transform whatever is communicating to you through your emotions and through whatever needs to be unblocked a little. So, and for those of you wanting maybe to get pregnant or that are pregnant, be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Take all the precautions. Do all the things that you need to care for yourself. Do what a mother would do for you. And even beyond maybe what your mother did for you, if that's what you need, because that's where it needs to extend. And I just want to share that if you need to hear it, because sometimes I think depending on where you're at, you can forget that sometimes. And Pisces, it's okay that you need to hear it, but I think for most of you, generally, this is about you needing to move slow, you needing to slow down whatever it is that's moving or wanting things to stay slow. And I hope that is received well. And I hope that is, and I think that could go one way or the other. And for the better, you need to know. You need to know who is willing to meet you where you are. Probably be the name of your reading is actually, I didn't do it yet. I'm gonna do it now, but it's yield. Take things with caution. Take it slow. Even though life is going to be moving fast, you take you slow. You take personal things slow. You take pleasure slow, everything just at your pace. This month it will agree with you more so. But just notice also where you feel like you deserve more, are worth more, want to experience more, and allow yourself to have that, you know? Maybe because others can't, instead of thinking, well, others can't, so why should I? Maybe because, like, why not? I know you're not one not to do that, but I think I'm just, if you need to hear it, that's all. All right, this was fun. This went by faster than I thought. Loved this. Thought it was great. Hope you did too. Will slow it down. Maybe change it up. Who knows? But stay tuned for the next full moon in Capricorn. Intuitive reading for each sign through the houses. And hopefully this energy hopefully this helps with the energy for the next couple weeks or so in term of eclipse season, Cancer season. All right, I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Thanks for being here.